I think it is a big injustice we are doing to the next generation. Design అనేది సైట్లో దాని చెట్టు మీద ఎక్కి ఇవాల్వ్ అవ్వాల్సిందే తప్పితే there is no other choice. So దీని మీద a single branch would not have been able to take this much of weight. Okay. In short, Ikigai is a sustainable permaculture community. So wherever there is a water body, the weaver birds nest there. Okay. Anthropometry is the study of human body.
Okay. Exactly what kind of people are you looking, to be part of this community?
Coming, farming and being closer to the nature, being involved instead of going to a swimming pool, maybe jumping in the pond.
Hi Ratna.
Hi.
Yeah. We are sitting at the end of the deck.
Yes.
Will it break?
It doesn't break because what we have done, our initial aim was not to take any support from the ground.
Okay.
So we have this 100 to 150 year old mango tree. Generally people associate mango trees with not so strong branches. Mm-hmm. So ఏం చేసామంటే we have identified two branches which are very parallel to each other. So దీని మీద a single branch would not have been able to take this much of weight.
Okay.
So రెండు branchesని జాయిన్ చేసాము. So verticalగా కూడా we have vertically ఆ railing వల్ల we have joined multiple branches. So ఏమవుతుందంటే any load that is coming onto one branch is distributed amongst 5 or 6 branches. So together I think this deck can host around 10 to 15 people.
10 to 15 people.
Maybe when we build the tree house on the other larger mango tree, adi we are looking at lifespan of at least 10 years. And the beautiful part of it is, okay, it would serve its purpose and its lifetime. Maybe something else can be evolved after that.
Why did you name this project as Ikigai?
So you would have heard of Ikigai. It's a Japanese term. So we all especially post COVID, everybody had the time to contemplate why we are in a mad rush. Are we really liking the work that we are doing? Are we really liking the job that we are doing? So there's a lot of appreciation for growing our own vegetables, growing our own plants, especially during the COVID times, during the lockdown. We all started appreciating the little fun in all these small processes. So Ikigai is more about the basic meaning, the reason for being. So something that we would continuously love doing, something that we want to do it ourselves. So that is Ikigai. And we found our Ikigai in trying to grow the plants and trees and trying to build something like this, trying to build with mud, etc. So the same joy we want to pass it on to like-minded people. So Ikigai is a community, it's a permaculture community of like-minded people who are interested in sustainability and who are interested in organic and natural farming.
So why does this exact site or does this place, this exact location, does it have anything to do with Ikigai? Like, why did you pick this particular site?
Okay, so I've been around Anantagiri Hills for past 5 years. Okay. There are sites with lot of character. There are hills, there are lakes, there are streams, etc. So this particular site, when I'm thinking about a permaculture, purely agrarian food forest community, the main important point is it's supposed to have very good fertile soil, and definitely it needs to have a lot of features. So that has been our thought process when we are looking for a site. So this particular site has, when we visited the site in summer, in the peak of the summer, there was a 150-year-old well in the site. The water table was hardly 4 to 5 feet beneath the ground level, which I don't think I've seen anywhere else in Telangana. And on one side we are bounded by a beautiful stream all along our boundary. On another side we are bounded by a lake.
I think we are also very close to Kotpalli Lake, right? Kotpalli area.
Yes. So we are actually somewhere in between the Anantagiri Hills and the Kotpalli Reservoir. So people come over Anantagiri Hills, a lot of tourists, Some of them also travel to Kotpalli Lake. There is kayaking and water sports activity that happens near Kotpalli Lake. We are quite close to Kotpalli Lake. But rather there is another lake which is a shallow water lake which is right adjacent to us. So when we visited in the summer, because of the shallow water, there were a lot of birds, there were a lot of migratory birds which have come because fish is easily available in the shallow water. So we had very beautiful bird sightings in the summer. So when we looked at the land, when I look at lands, I mostly look at them during the summers, because rainy seasons and winter seasons are very misleading. So if I like some property in summer, that is when we go for it. So this, when we visited in summer, it had the stream still flowing, the lake still had water, well had a lot of groundwater. So immediately we realized this is the site. And when you find a lot of huge trees like this already in the site, you don't need any other soil testing to be done.
ఇక్కడ కూల్ ఫీచర్ చెప్పనా సమ్మర్లో యూ కెన్ జస్ట్ ప్లగ్ ద మ్యాంగోస్ ఫ్రమ్ హియర్ అండ్ ఈట్ సిట్ హియర్ ప్లగ్ ద మ్యాంగోస్ అండ్ ఈట్. ఇంకో మంచి కూల్ ఫీచర్ చెప్పనా, ఇక్కడ కాలు ఊపుకోవచ్చు. బాగుంది అట్లా ఇది, గుడ్. అంటే ఇట్స్ బీన్ సో మెనీ ఇయర్స్ సిన్స్ ఐ సీన్ ఎనీ స్వింగ్ లైక్ దిస్.
So it is about, అంటే it's not a designed swing. మా ఓల్డ్ హౌస్లో ఉన్న ఓల్డ్ డోర్స్ ఇవి. సో వీ హ్యావ్ రీపర్పస్ దెమ్ ఇన్ టు అ స్వింగ్. అండ్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఇప్పుడు అన్లైక్ మ్యాంగో ట్రీ, టామరిన్ ట్రీ ఇస్ ప్రెటీ స్ట్రాంగ్.
కొంచెం ఊదామా, స్వింగ్ ఫర్ వైల్.
సో సమ్మర్లో వీ ఆల్ స్లెప్ట్ అండర్ దిస్ ట్రీ. దిస్ వాజ్ ద మోస్ట్ అంటే కూలెస్ట్ స్పాట్. సో మా ఓల్డ్ హౌస్ మీద పైన రూఫింగ్ ఈజ్ జనరలీ లోకలీ డన్ విత్ తాండూర్ స్టోన్స్.
ఓకే.
సో వెన్ వీ హెవ్ రిమూవ్డ్ ద రూఫ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఓల్డ్ హౌస్, అవన్నీ ఇక్కడ రీయూజ్ చేసాం. సో ఐ డోంట్ థింక్ వీ వేస్ట్ ఎనీథింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ సైట్. ఈవెన్ ద గ్రాస్ కట్ ఈస్ యూజ్డ్ యాజ్ మల్చింగ్ ఫర్ ఆర్ ట్రీస్. వాటర్ ఇవాపరేట్ అవ్వకుండా సో మా మ్యాంగో ట్రీస్ చుట్టూ కింద మల్చింగ్ చేసాం. అంటే వీ హ్యావ్ కవర్డ్ ద గ్రౌండ్. సో ఈవెన్చువల్లీ it will turn into again organic matter, but till such time it's saving our from water from evaporation. Near the trees. These are our weaver birds. They have they started nesting very recently here. Inka I think you can find it freshly green. So wherever there is a water body, the weaver birds nest there. Come
కూర్చోవచ్చు కదా,
కూర్చోవచ్చు.
అడిగేదా
ఏం కాదు, ఇది లోపలికి ఇంత క్యాంటిలివర్ అవుతుందంటే లోపలికి ఇంకా చాలా ఉంటుంది.
ఓకే.
సో ఇది బేసికలీ దీన్ని మోటబావ్ అంటారు. ఒక మోట బావి, 2 మోట బావి. ఇది యాక్చువల్గా దీనికి 3 మోటలు ఉన్నాయి. ఇక్కడ 2, అటువైపు ఇంకొక మోట ఉంది.
ఇది మోటనా?
మోట అంటే వెన్ దే వాజ్ నో పవర్,
ఓకే,
100 years ago 2 ఎడ్లు కట్టి ఆక్స్తో వాటర్ని పుల్ చేసేవాళ్ళు. ఒక బుట్టలా ఉంటుంది. సో అది పుల్ చేసి పైన వేస్తే ఈ ఇరిగేషన్ సిస్టమ్ ద్వారా ఆల్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ ల్యాండ్ ఈజ్ ఇరిగేటెడ్ త్రూ దట్. దెన్ అటువైపు ఇంకొక మోట ఉంటే ఆల్ ఆఫ్ దట్ ఈజ్ ఇరిగేటెడ్ త్రూ దట్. సో
టూ మెనీ ఫిష్ ఉన్నాయి ఇక్కడ, స్మాల్ ఫిష్. పెద్దగా అవుతాయా?
ఐ థింక్ ఇది కొరమేన్ అనుకుంటా.
కొరమేనా?
కొరమేన్, లోకల్గా కొరమట్ట అంటారు. పర్లేదు, పెద్ద అవుతాయి. ఐ థింక్ యాజ్ బిగ్ యాజ్ 1.5 feet.
సో బేసిక్గా దిస్ ఈజ్ యువర్ గ్రౌండ్ వాటర్ టేబుల్.
గ్రౌండ్ వాటర్ టేబుల్ నౌ ఈజ్ at ground level. సో సమ్మర్లో కూడా హార్డ్లీ ఇట్ వాజ్ 4 feet beneath the ground level. చెప్పాను కదా, దిస్ ఈజ్ వాట్ హ్యాస్ కన్విన్స్డ్ మీ దట్ దిస్ ఈస్ ద రైట్ ల్యాండ్ లుకింగ్ at the water table. సో లేటర్ when we started digging up road formationకి, when we started removing the soil, hardly 3-4 feet తవ్వితే సమ్మర్లో there is ground water. So the idea is, see, at least our generation or people who are little elder than us, we are all used to, if not in village, we all have been to some village. We all would have jumped in a well, swung by a tree. We all would have climbed trees and plucked mangoes. So there is a joy in that life, which has created, ante ippudu it has created a huge void that we are no more able to do it. we all have moved to cities, and the lifestyle or the social expectation, etc. We are caught into this situation. So Ikigai is a place I think which is taking us back in time.
Yeah. I think Ikigai is your childhood.
So entire community ki, I think so this is designed to be the central space for the community.
Okay.
So everything, so this is the lung space where everything happens from here. There's an office room, community kitchen, dining, community dining, place to basically a congregation space. But one beautiful thing with terracotta.
Terracotta is the tile or the?
Both. Pot is terracotta, or tile is terracotta, or brick is terracotta.
Okay.
This is a special brick, poratherm.
Okay.
So terracotta, the color looks very beautiful in a green background.
Mm-hmm.
It stands out. This is poratherm block. This is hollow from inside. When there's a lot of heat externally, it doesn't transfer inside because there are air gaps in between. Air gaps don't let the heat to be transferred. Okay. Or even during the winter when it is very cold outside, the insides are going to be warm.
So you don't need to use a lot of AC. I
don't think we are even giving provisions for at least in the common structure, because even here during the summers we were under a tree and it was good.
Yeah.
So we don't need much of air conditioning, especially with poratherm blocks.
These blocks.
And the idea for this space is there are going to be a lot of microgreens that are hung around this veranda, and immediately the microgreens kind of coriander, etc., the ones that we use regularly can be plugged right from here and can be used in our kitchen.
In the community, exactly what kind of people are you looking, to be part of this community?
So I think there are a lot of people looking for their Ikigai. They, as of today, might not have really thought about it a lot. That coming, farming and being closer to the nature, being involved instead of going to a swimming pool, maybe jumping in the pond or climbing a tree or plucking a fruit. So they might not have realized this can be their Ikigai. So people who are looking forward for such kind of pleasures or nature is the kind of people we are looking at Ikigai. So our people should be ready to get their feet dirty in the mud, should be ready to climb a tree, should be ready to pluck, should be ready to jump in the pond. So those are the kind of people we are looking at. So this is not a very sophisticated life we are looking at. This is a very simple life, closer to the ground life. So I think that would keep us more grounded. Whatever we are in the city doesn't matter here. So to the nature, it actually doesn't matter. So I think coming to Ikigai or spending time at Ikigai would keep us pretty grounded.
You actually want people to do stuff than actually talking about it.
Yes, we want people to be actively involved in. So even when we were constructing few mud structures, we have involved multiple people. So when you build something, we want you to be part of it, understand it. Only then you appreciate it better. So if you want to build your own structure, you come be part of it. Definitely there will be a lot of help.
Okay.
But when you are part of it, you appreciate it better. Then you appreciate how much is needed to be built. You don't have to build something very large. When you build it with your hand, you appreciate what is needed and what is not needed when you're part of the process. Same is the case with growing vegetables or fruits. When you're part of the process, they taste better.
I think the convenience of such kind of a living is, it's not in today's lifestyle. It's not really possible for somebody to completely shift to a place like. So because it is very close to Hyderabad, say hardly 1.5 hour drive, you spend your entire weekday in your workplace, your city. 2 days of a week, you just come off here, like cut off from the world. play with the mud, do all the work like farm work, jump in the pond and everything, enjoy with the kids, and go back. Right? That is something manageable today.
That is perfectly manageable.
Yeah.
But I think now the understanding of working has completely changed. So not just the weekend, even if you want to completely stay here for a month and go back to the work that you want to, we are not cut off from the world.
Yeah.
We are cut off physically, but I think we can work from anywhere.
There's actually so much ambient chirping of birds and very nice ambient. I wouldn't say noise.
Yes, again we have a lot of weaver birds over there.
Yeah.
I think you can find peacocks. The whole their noise from the background,
Yeah.
and we have actually more number of birds that come during the summer. More migratory birds that come during the summer, and so we are growing few fish here as well. So hoping that our fish would attract more birds.
So do we get to go inside the pond?
Yeah, you can, if you're okay with getting yourself wet and muddy,